come in this evening. It's a special meeting. It's earlier than our normal meetings. Special meetings, we do not add to the agenda. The agenda is the agenda. And go from there. All right. We'll start off visitors. Phil?
Yeah, Phil Sengle, James Vincent Drive. I guess I want to clarify something I said maybe the last time relating to this ethics decision and problem and the planning and zoning decision. I don't know, in my mind, the only way the public is going to have faith in the decisions of the planning and zoning commission is to invalidate decisions that were obtained under, apparently under unethical factors, as was declared by the Clinton Ethics Commission. So I really, ethics board. So the way I see it is the only way to clarify it is to get it thrown out, have them go through the process again legally in a fair manner, and if it comes out the same, it comes out the same. But I know I'd be willing to bet $100 with any one of you, the attorneys will say, oh, the 30 days has passed. That 30 days in my mind, and I've talked to a lot of other people about it, that's in a normal process for an abutting property owner. When the whole process was done properly, they got 30 days to appeal. Well, this wasn't done properly. I think it's an entirely different thing. So in my mind, I don't care what the attorneys say. I think it can be appealed and should be appealed. Otherwise, I don't think the public will have any faith in the decisions of its town government. So, thank you.
Anybody else? All right, moving on. We have a letter. I think everybody knows. Yeah. We have a letter. Sorry, resignation appointments from Mike MacDonald resigning from the Water Pollution Control Commission. Mike's not willing to reconsider.
Did you get a chance to have a meeting with him?
I talked to him today, and it's not. He's not going to change his mind. He just feels that what's going on with everything's going on in his life. He's not going to change his mind. He's really upset. So.
I understand.
So, you know, he can resign. We don't have to approve his resignation. He can just walk away. This is more of a formality than anything else.
Now, I noticed that there was an email from Karen. Did he submit a letter of resignation to her?
Yeah, he sent it every week.
So it's
done. It's done. When somebody decides to resign, that's it. Unless he decided to withdraw his resignation, which he's not willing.
He doesn't want to do that.
No.
He's upset.
Yep. So, motion to accept Mike's resignation.
Motion with regret, we accept his resignation.
Second.
And I think next week you guys meet RTC. This week, next week.
No, a couple of
no,
15th, I think.
All right, so we need to get a recommendation, you know, from RTC, so because it's busy and you're trying to keep moving.
You'll have it.
I'm the chairman too.
Well, Lynn's vice chairman now,
I know,
and I don't think, because of what she's got going on with her work and stuff, she's not willing to take that responsibility on again either as chairman. So.
She ran the meeting last night.
Yeah, I know, I talked to her today. But she said that she's so busy at work, it's not, you know, she can't spend the hours beyond the meetings that she used to be able to spend. So. All right, all in favor?
Aye.
Opposed? No abstention, motion carries. All right, we discussed this last week. I proposed a draft letter with the ethics findings. Said Mike signed to withdraw his resignation, so that's a foregone conclusion. I did change one thing in the letter. Was the only thing I did change was finding a probable cause. I made it memorandum of decision. Top line, instead of saying finding a probable cause, review the Board of Ethics memorandum of decision regarding the complaint. That's the only thing I changed. I left it the same. So we have to decide whether we want to forward this and send this to the,
we have to forward it.
and then copy the ethics committee on this. All right. Any questions on this?
No, I think the letter.
I think going forward,
definitely come back.
no, but I think going forward, yeah. In the next couple of weeks, we got to figure out. We got to maybe figure out a committee to review the existing
Ordinance.
ordinance and look at the language, define conflicts as Phil brought up when we talked last week. I think that has to be looked into.
But are you talking about the way
The
it's
ethics
written
ordinance.
or the process that brought us to this point?
Well, I guess the way it's written, the broad nature of the way it's written now, I think we have to have it reviewed.
Well,
Not the letter itself.
The
right,
process.
it's
Right.
separate.
Yeah.
Right now, we're just voting on the
We're talking about the letter.
Yeah,
Yeah,
yeah.
let me get that
Letter.
first. Want to make a motion to approve the letter with the change of, amended to say, instead of findings of probable cause, to reflect memorandum of decision. Okay?
Yeah, that's fine. You want to make a motion, Dolly?
I'll make a motion
All
that
right,
we,
second on that?
yes.
Second.
All right. Any discussion on that further?
No, I think it's the correct thing to do, and like any other problem, put it behind us and make some improvements to the ordinance so that this kind of thing could be, you know.
I mean, not necessarily affect something like this, but for other things that have come up or may pop up, you know, there's some
I just
clarification.
think, in light of supporting the Board of Ethics and supporting the charter, that we have to have a stand on this, and we can't just let it,
Well, this is a stand.
that's a stand, and I hate to do it, because anybody who raises their hand and says that they'll take on a task like this should be patted on the back, and this is the opposite of that. I hate doing this, but I think it has to be done.
All in favor?
Aye.
Opposed? No, abstention, no, motion carried.
And I know that this is a topic that has been hashed and rehashed, but really honestly, the decision that planning and zoning made with the vote, utilizing the vote of Cynthia Watts and Lisa MacDonald, I honestly believe that citing this section in the Code of Ethics, we have no choice but to throw out the decision that was made
It's
that
not
day.
within our purview.
It is, I mean,
Not
according
the
to
Board of
section
Selectmen, it's
9.2,
within the Board of Zoning Boards.
any officer or employee of the town who has financial interest, direct or indirect, in any contract, blah, 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 or decision of any agency to which the town is a party, shall disclose the interest to the Board of Selectmen, who shall record such disclosure upon the official record of their meetings. Violation by any such officer of this provision with the knowledge, express or implied, of any person or corporation participating in such contract, transaction, or decision shall render the same voidable, by the Board of Selectmen
We
or Court of
can't, because that exceeds state statute. So we cannot go above state statute.
Where does state statute say that
State
the Board of
statute says 30
Selectmen
days.
cannot? We're not looking at the decision that they made that night. We're looking at the process that went into making that decision. We may not have a 30-day window to appeal the actual decision where they raised their hands and said he can do what he wants. What we are looking at is the process of the people
They
that were
didn't-
allowed to vote that
They
night,
didn't
and
recuse
that we
themselves,
can,
but we
that
can't
we can
overturn
throw
it.
out.
No, we can't throw the decision
Yeah,
out.
we can.
No, we can't.
Yeah, we can. There is no citing here of a time frame allowed in this.
State statute. You gotta go by state statute. It
Well, show
doesn't
me
matter
where
whether
the
that
state
code said
statute
it.
says that recusing yourself, that there's a 30-day window on a
And
violation
we've been through it, and
of
those
a
two
code
votes,
of
even if they
ethics.
got thrown out, regardless of whether alternates were seen or not, the two votes got thrown out, as the vote stands now, it still passes.
I don't see it that way. I really don't.
I've been with
And-
Royston, I've been with Bennett.
I know, and but
the-
they are citing the decision, the ultimate decision. I'm looking at the seeding that led to that decision. And I honestly believe that that the way the Code of Ethics is written is that we can go back and look at who was seated that night and void
We can't.
whatever action
We
took
cannot,
place
they're
as
an
a
elected
result of
board,
that.
we have no jurisdiction over, unfortunately.
Yeah,
Just
if they're
think-
appointed, you would.
If they're appointed, yeah, they're not, they're elected. It's like the police commission and ZBA, anything that's elected, we have no jurisdiction over.
The electorate does.
I think with the conclusion that we've come to, courtesy of the Board of Ethics, and because we've come to a firm conclusion that these two people operated in error.
And so did the Board of Ethics.
Right. That the fact that they took their seats that night and did this invalidates the conclusion that they came to that night.
It doesn't invalidate. And it's not within our purview, unfortunately, they're
It
elected.
says right
It's
here, it
within-
is within
No,
our
it's
purview,
not.
the Board of Select shall render the
I
same
agree, you have to
voidable by
take
the
it
Board
to
of
court.
Selectmen.
Only a court can
And it's the
nullify.
zoning boards, now, the zoning board has to decide to take it to court if they want it overturned.
Well, that to me seems like.
And if they appeal in Superior Court.
We made our statement, we said that they were wrong, we told them we would hope that they would resign, that's all we can do. It's up to the zoning board, because it's their decision, it's not ours, to take it to court.
So you say they would have to.
It's up to the zoning board to decide whether they want to pursue it and reverse the decision. Anyway, okay, that's all I have right now, so a motion to adjourn at 6:25. Go down town meeting. All in favor? Opposed? None abstentions? 6:30 town meeting.